All right, guys. You guys want to blow up your back? That's how I blow my back up. You want a mass building back workout? Try this. You want bulging lats? You want Tyrannosaurus traps? You guys want lats like Dorian Yates with half the work and half fucking genetics? You want to figure out how to not work hard, get big? No, this is the shortcut channel.
The first time I ever used that. How convenient. Atlantis, you make cool stuff. So there's a video, I don't know who the guy was that made the video. I'll try and find it and put it up. This guy was trying to like simplify back training, which is like commendable. People are just obviously not understanding back. They're not putting enough effort in. So he was showing various different movements of back that are all basic movements that everyone out there does. Like everyone watches videos tried these movements. But he's trying to show how to make the basic movement more effective because of science or whatever he was claiming, saying that if you take this angle or do this or shift this way, then you're hitting this percentage more of your lats, which is like, it's true. I don't know the numbers. I don't know if that's fucking true or whether he's just bullshitting or whatever, but it's true that if I do a pull down, a regular wide grip pull down, and I hang here, I do the whole thing, I sit here and I pull. A lot of people are just pulling straight down. They're not really getting that much depth. Let me put that later. Feels fucking weird. So they're trying to pull down like a beginner would, or an average person just pull down and squeeze into their lats. Most people are just pulling, elbows open, pulling. So he's like, oh, that's only hitting a certain percentage of your lats. So to hack that, why don't you, if you lean back on this angle, we're automatically on more lat. But the issue with him is like, yes, you've taken pressure off the shoulder and been able to retract shoulder now, and now you can pull down into lat more. So yes, it's a better lift than here. There's no doubt about it for beginners. But to say that all you have to do is get here and then pull is negating the fact that most people are going to be going too heavy. This is 75 pounds, so it looks easy. Most people are going to have 100 or more pounds on there. So even if they're leaning back, it becomes this. It becomes this pulling into things. It's hard for people to maintain this posture and pull back into lat because people want to go up. If you want to stay light, then you'll be good. Do you know what I mean? So to just make these blanket statements, I understand he's trying to guide people on a better path to like, I don't have to show you nuance. I just have to show you like a shift in like weight distribution or angle to help you feel stuff. And I have no problem with that. I'm not making fun of the guy. I'm not trying to badmouth him. But when you get into, those are basically like training wheels on a bike. It's a good tool to get you going in the right direction. It's kind of being on course. The odds of you fucking up are way less. You're not gonna fall off the bike, right? But if you wanna get people moving properly, there's gonna get to a point where just that lean alone, like we said, isn't gonna be enough. So it's gonna have to understand, like you're gonna have to understand when you take off. I think this is an awful movement. I don't do it anyway, but when you take off here, it's like understanding like pressure in the knee pad, posture up through here, retraction or set down of shoulders. Wherever my shoulders sit is how I have to understand that. Because you could have someone hanging here who's a beginner and they could just fall back here and then think now they're in this perfect pull. Like they don't understand they have to be locked down and scapula, shoulders locked down, lats let the bar out, lats pull down. And also you have to understand once the weight gets a certain height, like we said, this just hanging here and then pulling into lat is gonna have to become more of this and rocking. So I'm gonna have to learn how to move through movement by swaying back and forth or letting weight pull me around in order to get enough inertia to be able to contract the way I did with the lighter weight. So people watching that, it's a good tool, especially for super beginners, to like, don't do the stupid stuff you see in the gym, especially guys that are pulling down lat pull downs and they're literally going here going like, you know what I mean? Like it's way better than that. But those, you should make clear in those videos, like once we reach a certain level of skill, which is like maybe a step up from beginner, intermediary beginner, I guess you could say. It's like now we have to start adding in movement, because especially considering this whole industry and everyone in it is concerned with weight and numbers, by the time this weight gets to the middle of that stack, good luck laying back and even holding that posture. Because even if I put this on 150, it was on 75 there, I'll put it on 150. So I can do the same thing here. I can set up and I can hang. This is heavy as fuck right now. If I lay back here and I pull, I'm not even doing that. But if I can get this movement here, rock down through stuff, then I can start to get movement, right? It's still ridiculously way too heavy. But people are gonna make that mistake because they've been taught, wait. It's the same thing if we do this. Again, understanding that being straight up and down on something is not conducive to like developing, because even if I pull straight down right here, I hit myself right in the head. So I have to get out of the way of the bar. I naturally would be here anyway. This person's saying to lean back even more and pull into here, which again, I will hit lat. I'll get low lat because I'm leaning back and I'm pulling in. But again, also the issue is when I get to here, I've only been able to lift my chest literally this high in the pull. So I've only retracted to there and squeezed my lats to here. I want to get here on stuff and here on stuff, optimally. So that's why a lot of overhead stuff, yes, you're rocking. It's a feeling of like, of the muscle, the back reaching around and reaching down, or breathing and squeezing. But ideally we want to get a little more depth and we want to be able to manhandle the weight a little more. So I'd rather be here and set down and be able to move back into that position and maybe not get so much extension. If I'm starting an extension, I'm already out of range of shoulder. So the shoulder's already out, I can't pull it back. If I start out here, I can't get it back. It'll only go so far. That's why I start a lot of people with them already with shoulders tucked down and sit here. So I've cut out that top end. Now I can release to that top end because my shoulders are down. When I feel like they're gonna go out, I rock them down and back if I wanna stay on this angle. So, like I said, making these videos and trying to help people out is commendable, but like you're gonna have to understand movement has to come in at a point. It can't just be about like, you do it this way and it's 50% more effective, and you do it this way and it's 75% more effective. It's like, relative to what? Because it's not more effective than movement with it. It's not more effective than like where your head position is or how you're driving or how you're moving. You don't just get into a position, I don't take a bar off a bench and just go, and if I put my hands lower, oh, there's my chest. It's like, no, everything has to move in accordance to how the body's lined up, right? So I just, the whole, he did another example of dumbbell rows. A lot of people do dumbbell rows here, like I talk about, or everyone pretty much does. He's saying it's too much let out, it's too much lat. So to take a barbell grip on the dumbbell and pull up through. Hey man, why don't you just do barbell rows? The whole point of a dumbbell is to have more, elicit more reach, more lengthening, more stretch than a barbell could ever do that. So why would I want to get a dumbbell here and go, when I could just grab barbell and do both, right? So at the same time that these people are trying to simplify things, they're also trying to complicate them. By oversimplification, you're also causing complication, because you're literally making people think that things are easier than they are when they're not that easy. It's like, it's this weird like fucking oxymoron. It's like, it's easier, but it's harder now. It's like, what? So just be wary of like these, it's like, do this and this and your shit's better. It's like, move here and here and then that's finding more effective. It's like, no dude, it's beginning to be more effective, but it's not, it's on the path to it, but like we're at the beginning of the race. We still got miles to go before we understand real movement, right? That's all I have to say.